beautiful friends. It's Amanda here, and today I'm going to be recreating some looks from my 90s style Pinterest board. I recently did a 90s inspired makeup look that also came from the same Pinterest board. I've just been very interested in the 90s style revival that's going on right now. I lived through the original era. I was in junior high and high school in the mid late 90s and very early 2000s Y2K era. So this is really tapping into some nostalgia for me, and I've just been really into it. I've been really enjoying it, and I decided that I wanted to recreate some of these looks, but the catch is I'm not purchasing anything new. I am going to use what is already in my closet, existing in my wardrobe right now. So it's not going to be an exact replication. Sometimes we're just duping the vibes and not doing an exact look. But I had a lot of fun with this, and it also is a great way to curb the urge to shop. And I'm also using this to help me curate a good shopping list. I went thrifting recently, and I was looking for certain pieces that were missing from my wardrobe that I kept seeing pop up on my Style Inspo Pinterest board. So that helps me narrow my focus a little bit when I do decide to shop for something. I end up getting something that I'm really interested and inspired by. So we're going to start with this first look. It's kind of basic. This is Mickey from Full House, one of Stephanie's friends. You'll notice a trend. I go for some of the quote unquote bad girl style, but I just like a lot of this stuff. This is very similar to how I dressed back in the day and kind of similar to how I still dress now. So all I really need to recreate Mickey's look is a kind of bodycon black dress, some black tights, nice sheer tights, combat boots. I wear those all the time. And she's wearing some hoops here. I actually don't have any hoop earrings, but that's just lets me know I should add that to my list of things to look out for when I'm shopping. And I didn't previously own my own plaid flannel, so I just borrowed one from my husband's side of the closet. But when I was thrifting, I found an awesome plaid shirt, and this recreation let me know that that is something that I would like to have in my own wardrobe. So here is my look. My dress is a little bit different. Hers doesn't have this tulip hem, which is more popular now, but I already had this in my closet, and I've worn this dress actually quite a lot with black tights and black boots. But I've always gone with more of a platform boot. So with the combat boots and the flannel, it makes it a little bit more casual. And this was totally comfortable. I can absolutely see myself wearing this outfit again. And shout out to all the real 90s girlies who know you would have worn it kind of off the shoulder, sagging a little bit, little cape style, you know what I'm talking about, or tied around the waist, we did that a lot too. But I think this is so cute. It's comfy, it's cozy. This outfit could take me in a lot of different directions. I would absolutely wear this kind of day or night, and I love layering, so this big men's shirt on top feels like the type of thing that I would love to wear because I usually wear a big chunky sweater on top of my outfits. So this is not much of a leap from what I really basically already wear. Here's the side by side. I think I killed this recreation. Obviously, the shirt's a little bit different color, but in general, I think, I would have been hanging out in the bathroom with Mickey easily. So I'll call this one a win, and I'm definitely gonna wear this outfit again. I think the new flannel that I thrifted looks even better and more similar to what she's wearing in this photo because I got a grayscale version. So I think it's definitely reads a little bit more 90s with the neutrals, looks a little bit more like that 90s grunge vibe. Love the way this turned out. Now we're gonna switch gears to something that's a little bit more preppy. For this look, I'm going to be combining some elements of a couple different looks here. So Monica and Rachel from Friends, and then Cameron Diaz in the middle there. You can see it's the same basic format of an outfit, but just different versions. So Cameron Diaz is doing no tights. Monica and Rachel both have tights. It looks like Rachel is wearing like a knee-high boot, but Monica and Cameron Diaz are both wearing loafers. I know I keep calling her Monica. I know that they're actually Courtney Cox and Jennifer Aniston, just for the record, but I'm in the Friends mindset with these screenshots. So I'm going to take some different elements from all three of these similar but definitely different looks, and I'm just going to use pieces that I already have. So I'm taking the black color of Rachel's top, the cropped length that Cameron is rocking, and I'm actually using a button front shirt to sort of mimic Monica's button front skirt. And this is what I came up with. I actually loved the way that this came together. I never would have combined these pieces if it weren't for this Pinterest board inspiration, especially these loafers. I always feel like I look like I'm working at the hostess stand at an Olive Garden when I put them on. But seeing it back now, seeing the video here, they look really cute. And I have to tell you, these are super, super comfy. It's so hard to find shoes that are cute and work well with a skirt or a dress and are actually really comfortable to the point where I feel like I could wear them all day long. And this look is such a simple silhouette that by switching up bag and jacket and hair and makeup, I think that you could take this in a lot of different directions and maybe even to a lot of different eras outside of just this 90s style inspiration. Again, I felt really comfortable. I felt like myself. These are all my own pieces already, so it didn't feel like a style stretch for me. And honestly, even if I do still a little bit look like a hostess at a chain restaurant, at least I look like a cute hostess. So I'm gonna embrace it. And I feel like all of these outfits I really love, but this was the one that I felt most surprised by because I thought it was gonna look a little bit awkward on me. I just never thought to pair these things together. But when you see it here, it's so simple, right? It's obviously more of a basic fit. I usually wear this skirt with tights and boots and a mock neck sweater, more similar to, I guess, what Rachel's wearing here. So I'm glad that I could put just a little spin. I know it's nothing too crazy to branch out, but baby steps, all right? I'm not a fashion icon, but I'm working on it. My next inspo photo, I think this is actually a modern contemporary photo taken recently, but I think that she was inspired by 90s style. So I'm being inspired by somebody who was inspired by 90s style, and I think that should still count. I don't know the origin of this photo. I don't know who this creator is. If you know who they are, please let me know in the comments because I just found this photo floating around on Pinterest and it's not always the best about being linked to the original source. So I would love to know. I just think they're absolutely adorable. I would totally follow them for more style tips because this is cute. And I definitely, again, would not have paired these things all together. Usually, when I wear this longer maxi or midi skirt, I tend to go with a super basic tank top or t shirt tucked in. I love the blousy look here that the inspiration gave me. And I also typically will wear this with some slide sandals or black flats or even just like my Converse shoes. I've never paired it with the socks and combat boot look. I honestly just left my tights on. I know that the inspo photo didn't have tights, but if you've ever worn them, you know they are kind of a pain to go on and off. So I just rolled with it, and I think they actually look really good with this outfit too. And I think that the addition of some tights, first of all, is great if you just aren't into showing your legs Or if you're like me and you're always cold, so having another little layer makes a big difference. Plus, now I feel like this outfit could easily go into the fall and the winter too, depending on where you live. I live in a place where it doesn't get super, super cold. It doesn't really snow where I live. So I think that if I added a cute jacket, a lot of days in the winter I could even rock this, but definitely all through the fall and those colder spring days. The inspiration photo, she had a little tote bag, just like a little canvas shopper type of tote. But I thought that to really give this the 90s vibe that I'm looking for, my little sunflower print mini backpack would be the perfect way to add some more 90s style to this. And also, I like a little pop of color. I love the mix of two different florals. And, I'm one to wear a lot of black and a lot of neutrals. So I like to have fun with a brighter, more colorful accessory, whether that's a bag or jewelry or just bright makeup. The finished look side by side with the inspo photo really feels like I hit the nail on the head for this one. Obviously, there are a couple little differences. Our print on our skirts are different, bags are different. The original creator isn't wearing tights, and the original photo also has a collared shirt, but I don't have a blousey, oversized black shirt that also has a collar. Mine just has the button front, but I think it's pretty darn similar. And for not having to purchase anything new, just using what I already owned, I think I really nailed this one. And just another outfit that I am convinced I will add into my regular rotation because I felt cute, comfy, put together, and just a little bit more stylish than I usually feel. I'm such a jeans and t shirt type of person that this is a great way to just infuse a little bit more style into my everyday life. My next outfit is another one where I just pulled a bunch of inspiration together instead of specifically creating one look. I used a lot of these screenshots from the movie The Craft, which I loved. And if you watched my 90s inspired makeup video that I posted not too long ago, I did a Neve Campbell makeup look recreation. So there's a lot of Neve Campbell going on my style inspo board for these 90s recreations. And this movie I absolutely loved. Told you before, I really liked the bad girl aesthetic, quote unquote, bad girl aesthetic. So I did not have a hard time digging out pieces for this look. I'm keeping the tights and boots, long skirt, blousey top combo, but I'm going to add a leather jacket. I'm wearing a faux suede jacket and a whole bunch of jewelry. I did switch my boots from my lace up combat boots to this boot that has the zipper on the front. I think the addition of the hardware on the boots kind of plays off of the jacket, and it just adds a little bit more of a hardness, a little bit more of an edgy feel. And I also switched from the floral skirt to the plaid skirt. This is a bit of a shout out to the fact that they are wearing plaid skirt school uniforms in parts of the film. I think this particular skirt with the black mesh overlay really captures the vibes, the marriage of that bad girl, schoolgirl look, plus really gothic and witchy. And I just grabbed a bunch of my own necklaces and piled them on. Now, if I was going to wear this out and about, I probably wouldn't do so many necklaces and so many long necklaces. But that is where the inspiration photos took me. And I think it looks cool. It definitely lends a lot to this look to make it more similar to the inspiration. I will say that without the jacket, this look falls apart a little bit for me. I would not wear this without the leather jacket. especially for my inspiration look. It's really, really important because the craft and Neve Campbell specifically are just iconic with this really layered tons of necklaces and leather jacket look. So I think this look really needs it. I could probably tweak it here and there, but if I was going to translate this recreation into my real life, I would still need the jacket for sure. I would probably tone down the necklaces a little bit, or maybe just do more layered, shorter necklaces. In general, though, I do think that I would wear this as well. I might be a little bit more partial to the floral skirt look from the last recreation I showed you, but this is a vibe. I was definitely feeling myself. I was feeling very badass. So maybe I need to take some of that energy into my real life. We're going to switch over to some more casual looks for my last two recreations. First up is Drew Barrymore. Looks like she's walking on a red carpet of some kind. She's got these super destroyed light wash jeans, a button up. Hers is like a creamy colored sweater. I don't have anything that exact same shade. I tend to avoid wearing a lot of white and light colors because, to be completely honest with you, I end up spilling all over myself coffee, salsa, ketchup, mustard, dog hair. I'm just not cut out for wearing white and wearing light colors life. But I do have this beigey ombre sweater that buttons up in the front. And I also have some very worn out looking boots. It seems like she's wearing a brown leather boot. The ones that I have are a little bit more gray colored, but the vibe is definitely right. And they do have that very, very worn in look. And I think that's what is most important from this image. I for sure have never worn these boots with these jeans before. I don't hate it. I like it a lot more than I thought I was going to. It's probably not something that I would go back to again. I think I would do this exact look with just Converse or sneakers of some kind. But I really think that the revelation for me for this outfit is the lower jeans with something that is shorter. Typically, if I'm not wearing a super high waist jeans, which these are below my belly button, if I'm wearing a lower rise jean below the belly button, I typically don't wear anything that shows any part of my stomach at all. I just never even thought to do it. I would have not thought that it would look flattering. I thought that it would just look weird, but it actually is really cute. And because this sweater isn't super cropped, it's just a little peekaboo, it doesn't feel like too much. I typically tend to wear very high waisted pants or skirts or whatever with a crop, but this more mid-rise. I mean, it's not like it's a low-rise jean. My low-rise jean days I don't see ever coming back. Never say never, I guess, but I'm a little bit more comfortable now throwing on the mid-rise with something a little bit shorter because I think that this looked cute. So thank you, Drew Barrymore. I definitely need this grungy red lipstick that she's wearing to fully complete the look. So, something to keep in mind for my next recreation video, if there is another recreation video. For my final look, this is a Winona Ryder look, another bad girl of the 90s style Pinterest board. This is another outfit that made me realize I needed to add this belt to my shopping list. You'll see I did add a belt to this because I feel like it's integral to the look, but I don't have a black belt like this. I really don't own a lot of belts, so I'm keeping an eye out now for a super cool 90s inspired, those ornate silver belt buckles. I think that I would rock that. I think there would be a place for that in my wardrobe. And through creating this video, I've realized that that's something I can feasibly add to my shopping list that I'm going to enjoy, and it's going to be something different for me. Obviously, I am wearing a different t-shirt. It looks like Winona was wearing a Tom Waits shirt. I don't have the exact same shirt. Obviously, that would be an awesome coincidence, but I think that the idea here is just a mostly white band tee. So I pulled out my Green Day Dookie t-shirt, one of the few mostly white pieces of clothing that I haven't yet managed to ruin, but give me time. I'm sure I will put a irredeemable salsa stain on this because that's typically what I tend to do. This looks pretty similar to Winona's look. The vibes are right. Obviously, the belt is what's really different. I have a brown belt on here. This is one of the only belts I could find in my closet. And I thought about borrowing from my husband's side of the closet again, but we are not the same waist size. So his black belt didn't fit me. Plus, his is a more contemporary kind of men's suit belt. So it wouldn't have worked with the vibes anyway. But I think here, when you see us side by side, I captured it. My jeans are a little bit more torn up than hers. She has done a cuffed jean, whereas mine are sort of that cut off crop length. This is pretty much an outfit that I've already worn, with the exception of I wouldn't have worn it with a belt, but I'm pretty sure I've worn exactly this or something similar to it. So you can see why I'm drawn to a lot of these looks, why this style inspiration speaks to me. And after seeing everything that I already had in my closet to put together, I think it makes perfect sense that this is something that I am interested in. So I'd love to keep creating looks like this. This was super fun. It definitely got me thinking about pieces that I've worn a lot in my existing wardrobe in a different way. And it encouraged me to try new combinations without feeling completely out of my comfort zone at the same time. I think that making incremental small changes to my personal style is the way that I feel most myself and most comfortable. I would love to keep doing more videos like this if you're interested in them. I don't know if I'm ready to move into like an 80s style, but it could be fun. It could be more challenging, especially considering that I would be working with what I already have existing in my closet. So you never know. I'm not going to rule it out. I may just go more in depth because I have a lot more outfit inspiration over on my Pinterest. I just picked a few here that I felt like I could really tackle, but I would love to get a little bit more out of the box, maybe try some of the more, I don't want to say extreme, more different from my personal style type of looks. And I would also love to share with you my process of using my Pinterest board to create my shopping list. I have had a lot of fun with that and I have felt very enlightened by that process. So maybe nobody's interested in any of that, and that's fine too. I like to try new things, but I also want to make videos that you actually want to watch. So let me know how you felt about this, what other kinds of style inspo you want to see. Are you vibing with the 90s? What are you into? I always love to hear what you think about things too. So make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I love each and every one of your beautiful little faces. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!